Okay, we're going to start on our radial design here, and by now you've practiced the hat, the kite, and the samurai, so you should have a pretty good feel for how they are made. And today there's going to be construction paper for you to use to make your origami shapes with. But before I talk about these, I'm going to set these aside, I want to talk about the paper you're going to work on. And everyone's going to get a 12-inch by 12-inch black square, and you are going to have to divide it up into eighths. So you can see I've already done mine, but I'm going to go over the steps to do it. The first thing you want to do is divide it in half. So you're going to take your whole and divide it in half, and you want to make sure that your corners are lining up pretty close to exactly. And then you're going to press down on the crease. I like to run my thumbnail across that crease to make it really sharp and it'll stand out. After you open it up, you'll have this line. Now you want to make a plus sign. So you're going to fold it again the opposite way, matching those points down, making a nice crease with your thumb. Then we have to make the X, and the X is made when you put it on a diagonal. Okay, fold that down, crease it, you open it up, and you turn it this way to make it, to fold it in half again to get that cross. So now you're going to see that your black piece of paper has an X and a plus sign. Okay. So now your whole piece of paper was divided into eighths. Now what I'm trying to do is trying to get my paper to lie flat here for my video. So I'm kind of there. It should work. Okay, so now the fun actually starts because you're going to play around with your origami pieces that you're going to be creating, whatever color, and you have to use all three of those somehow in your radial symmetry design. So there's a number of ways that you can start, and I'm not going to complete mine because, well, why copy what I do? Just start with, I just want to show you how to begin thinking about playing around with these. Well, of course, you know that you can use your samurais to start, and these lines that I just folded are guidelines, so I want to make sure that they line up on them. So if I went this way and I just decided I'm just going to use those samurai shapes to begin, that's what the centerpiece is going to look like. Pretty cool. I kind of like that. But try other things before you're set on one thing. So now I'm going to take those away. And I'm going to think, well, what does it look like with the kites all the way around? And you know that if you use the kites in this way, you're going to need 8 of them because these are an eighth. The samurai is a quarter, and so is the hat. So you're actually playing with fractions. All right, so I could start with that. That looks pretty cool as well. I like that start. But then you have to start thinking, oh, I could show you the hat. You want to start thinking about playing with these shapes. And, well, yes, if I use the hat and I put it in it's a quarter, it fits a quarter way around this. That looks great. But what happens if I turn it and now it's an eighth? So look at, I've just changed that. So now I need 8 of these instead of 4. Now, I don't have 8 of them here. I haven't made 8 of them. But you can see, oh, that makes an interesting design. So you have to kind of think about where you're going to start. Here's another thing. You might say, well, we start here for the eighth, but what if, or the quarter, what if I put it this way? Or what if I put it that way? So I'm sorry, this way was for the eighth all the way around. But what if I use it this way And then I only need 4. So then it's going to start looking like this. And remember, these lines, these fold lines, are your guidelines as to where everything has to line up. That looks pretty cool. So these are all possible starts. I haven't tried this, but maybe you could. What happens if we did this and that? Interesting. I don't know. You'll take that away. What other one did I want to show you? Oh, another thing you can think of is, and I'm not going to do all these, I'll just do one. You can also fit these inside like that, but make sure that that point lines up on that crease. And sometimes it looks pretty interesting to maybe stack them in like this, because remember, your design has to come out. You're not just going to leave it in the center. Your center is your start point, and then you're going to fill up the rest of your design. I'm just simply showing you ways to begin. What else? There's a million things that you can do with these, and it's really up to you to kind of play around to see how do you want yours to look. I will have pictures of different examples up around the art room, but I really want you to explore this on your own. Okay, I can't wait to see what you come up with.